Hey, Uncle Salty, how are we doing tonight? Hope everything's good out there in your neck of the woods. I just put on the World Cup game. I haven't watched any of these matches so far. Hey, Mike, how are you this evening out in that far west neck of the woods? Happy 250 to you, too. More American than American Flyer. This is true. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I imagine it is there, Uncle Salty. It looks like you got some more heat building for next week if I saw the weather reports correctly. Howdy, is it Ian? I'm going to guess possibly. Thanks for joining. Nice to have you here. Haven't seen you in my live before. I appreciate you coming in. Yeah, Salty, our heat wave finally broke. We had storms come through Saturday afternoon behind a cold front, and it pushed our temps back down into very comfortable upper 70s and low 80s. It is Ian. Okay, very good. Corona premiere tonight. Anybody else got anything that they're drinking? So, how was everybody's fourth? Hopefully, everybody had a great and a safe 4th of July. Lots of celebrations, lots of fireworks, no fingers or other extremities lost. Salty, have you been up in the attic much with your layout, especially since it's been hot out there? Ian's just got water tonight. Nickel Plate Dave. Hi, Dave. Thanks for joining. It's good to have you here. Ian, what part of the world are you in? Oh, Dave, I can imagine. Boy, the heat and being camping. Wow, that's like roughing it. Oh, you're in New York? What part? I'm up in Rochester. I say up because most people, when they say they're New York, they're downstate, Albany or south of that into the city. Dave, where was your son's camp? Is it near where you live? Oh, you're over in Buffalo. You're not that far at all. I appreciate having you here. Another Western New Yorker. Still recovering, Dave. Yeah, I can imagine. I can only imagine. Was this like summer camp in like buildings with cots, or were you roughing it like on the ground? Ray, Jose, exactly. Caballero drives in three for us. Very nice. Thanks for joining. Okay, very nice. Northwest Ohio, near Michigan. Gotcha. Ray, you got some pretty rough weather over in your neck of the woods the last couple of days, didn't you? Oh, intense, Dave. Really? Oof. I never liked that as a kid, so kudos to you. I give you a lot of credit for doing that. Ray, don't hate on me. I've actually got the World Cup match on. I thought I'd run some Chesapeake and Ohio tonight. On the camera you see there, I've got a C&O TMCC Mikado pulling a string of reefers. And that's on the inside loop. And on the outside loop, I've got a Flyer Chief Berkshire pulling a string of American models C&O heavyweights. Yeah, right, right, right. Lots of trees down. Oh, good thing you didn't lose power though. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. I think a lot of people did. I saw at one point yesterday there were like 600,000 people across Pennsylvania without power. Ian, I'm so glad you're here. Another S scale collector too, and in Western New York. You're ringing all the right bells tonight. I'm glad to have you here. Mike, you're absolutely right. You can never go wrong with a Chessie or C&O. Anybody else watching the World Cup match, or what other sports you guys might have on tonight? Ian, do you go to any train shows? I think there's one coming up sometime soon. Somewhere in the Buffalo area. I'm trying to figure out see if I can remember exactly where it is. I've got the flyer on a cork board upstairs. Nice, Dave. I did too. I just booked yesterday. Are you staying in Columbia across from the Lower Susquehanna Club, or are you going to be up in York itself? Yeah, if the weather's good, Dave, definitely camping is an option. That's for sure. Belgium already scored on us. Wow, that didn't take long. Dave's watching the match as well. Anybody got any new additions to their collection? Dave, yeah, I booked in Columbia too. I figured if we go to the club Thursday night, you only have to stumble across the street and into your room. So eliminates the driving. Hey, Angler, how are you tonight? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for jumping on a Monday evening. Yeah, I went to Hamburg last year too, Ian, and I was just a little bit disappointed. Though, not too much S at all. Um, I didn't go to the Batavia show though. Now that you said that was a blast, I might have to give it a go next time that comes around. Mike's added some Milwaukee Road, and you're going to be riding 261 later this month. That's sweet. Yeah, I'm sure your little guy's all excited. He has every right to be. I would be too. Dave got a basically new Legacy Blue Comet. That's an awesome addition to your collection. LMP. Hey, thanks for jumping on. Happy Monday to you too. Hey, Zach, we were just talking about Fall York. Are you going to be coming again this fall? Nickel Plate Dave and I, we both have rooms booked at the New Hampton Inn down in Columbia, across from the Lower Susquehanna Club. Browser acting nuts. I get it, Angler, but I'm glad you're doing all right. You know, Ian, now that you say that, I do remember that. It's going to be at the Dome in Henrietta, if I remember correctly. Keep me honest there. My wife and I got to do a little train foaming last month, early June. We went down to the East Broad Top, spent a couple days there. I have relatives in the area, so and my dad's originally from there, so we spent a couple days there riding, visiting with friends and whatnot. And that was the first weekend of Steam in the Valley, so we went over to Cuyahoga Falls and rode behind 765. And man, that was a great show and ride. I highly recommend it if you can ever get a chance to ride behind 765. It is worth the price of admission. Zach's got his hotel room booked. Nice. I can't wait either, man. I'm really looking forward to it. It's hard to have to count down 4 more months. Yeah, Mike, I agree. And I think the rooms are going very quickly. I think they're going to be sold out before too long. Yeah, for sure, Dave. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody, seeing everybody that I know, and meeting all the new people too. Um, so make sure we find a way to connect and get to meet up. Yeah, Angler, I'm kind of amazed too because as soon as let's see, who was it? Oh, Dathan sent me a message last week that they were open for reservations starting October 1st, and I saw person after person after person jumping in there and saying, "Hey, I got my room booked. I got my room booked." So I'm glad I got mine too. Which weekend did you go, Dave? The first one or the second one? Or I'm assuming that you went this year for Steam in the Valley. So Ian, yeah, at the Dome, that'll be good. That's close for me. I'll have to check what flyer I have. It might be the one, might be for the one at the Dome. Oh, you went last year. Okay, gotcha, Dave. Ray, what's going on with the Yankees? 3-1. Okay, I saw that one run come in from Tampa Bay. So, Ray, you'll be happy to know I figured out why my internet was being cranky the last few times. I've got an Eero mesh network for our internet in the house, and for some reason, it hadn't done the most recent automatic update. So after I figured that out and pushed the update through, the internet has been absolutely flawless. Nothing has dropped out at all. I'm still hardwired tonight, just to be safe, but I feel way more comfortable tonight than I did until I figured out that I needed to push an update. Not sure how many people are going to jump in tonight after a long holiday weekend like that. Hopefully, everybody had a great holiday weekend. Yeah, that's a haul from Omaha. I still can't believe that you drove 18 hours straight. I don't know how you did that, Mike. You're an animal. Radar, hey, good evening, buddy. How are you? Happy Monday to you. I hope you had a great fourth, and it's good to have you here. Dave says Nick's Crossing is also streaming tonight. I did not realize that. That's okay. I'm happy with anybody who wants to pop in and say hello and hang out for a bit. Good people, good times, good conversation. 100%, Mike. The trains are cool, but all the friends make it so much cooler. So I'm going to put a plug in for Caleb while I'm thinking about it. Caleb Easter. If For those of you who may have been at York in the spring, he was running around with Ive Sky Trains, Garrett, and they were putting together a lot of film and recording and interviews that's going into a documentary for the Train Collectors Association. And that's going to premiere Thursday afternoon, which is, I think, the 22nd in the Veranda Room at Fall York. So for anybody who's coming to York, granted, the fall's going to be that shortened format, just Friday and Saturday. But there's a lot of stuff still going on the rest of the week. I think there's still some bandit meets or other shows that are going on in the other halls. I think there's one Wednesday in the Purple Hall, maybe. So beyond that, now that we're really into the heart of summer, the first part of July, anybody got any summer plans or summer vacations coming up? Zach, I'm coming in probably Thursday, early afternoon, like if the show still started Thursday afternoon, because I want to make sure that I can see Caleb's premiere for the TCA documentary. And then after that, dinner and probably down to the Susquehanna Club for the evening. Angler's seen 765 a few times. Canton, yep, very nice. The thing's a beast. Granted, it doesn't compare in size to Big Boy, but man, when for me, coming from the East Broad Top with the narrow gauge mics that they have, and then standing next to 765, just crazy. Dave's got vacation in OCNG. Very nice, Dave. I hear it's great there. I've never been to Ocean City, even though I was stationed in New Jersey in the Air Force. Uncle Salty's in car season. I I'm not sure what you mean, but I think I do. Raider, what's up with you? Or what's up with you tonight? Anything going on? How was your fourth? Salty, have you got any new additions to your collection lately? Oh, my comments weren't advancing. Zach, I was talking to Caleb the other day, and I think it's going to be somewhere early to mid afternoon on Thursday in the Veranda Hall. Caleb said two. I don't know if that time is locked in yet. So if you're there early enough on Tuesday, I'm sure that would be a great thing to do. Oh, really, Mike? You guys come all the way out here for your summer trip? That's great. Now I got to ask, do you drive or fly? Angler. You said it was your browser was being cranky tonight, so absolutely. Hey, Mike, good evening. It's good to have you here. Thanks for joining, buddy. Salty's got too many to list, new items. You're going to have to share with us at some point, Salty. We always like to hear what people are adding. Hey, Mike, I've got a question for you, Mike DeCaro, because you've you've got a lot of experience on here. Can I do three cameras simultaneously, or because I have a webcam plugged into the side of my laptop, am I limited to just alternating back and forth between the laptop camera and the webcam? Oh, that's great, great, Zach. It'll be good to have you there. Like I said, I'm trying to drum up excitement for it. Mike, you're a road warrior. You drive with everybody's gear and everybody else flies. God bless you. Oh, I can add it. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can figure it out. Extra camera. Add it. Retro hobbyist. Good evening. Thanks for joining. It's good to have you here. I don't think I've seen you on any of my lives so far. American Flyer enthusiast since your childhood. That's fantastic. Love hearing that. Mike, I tried to add it from the plus sign at the bottom and where it says extra camera. Now it's telling me to please connect more video input devices. I should have asked you about that before instead of trying it on the fly like this. Retro hobbyist, what part of the country are you in? Looks like USA has a free kick coming up right now for anybody who's watching. Score, tie game, or tie match, I should say. Green Bay, but a Chicago boy. Well, it's great to have you here. I appreciate you jumping on and joining us. Do you have an American Flyer set up now, Retro Hobbyist? Really, Ray? Caballero again? Oh, that's really cool. Going into the Gilbert Hall of Science. Boy, those were the days. That's when I wish I was born a few decades earlier. All the neat things that Gilbert did, erector sets. I think I even read one time where they had they sent radioactive material as part of a science set or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but I think I remember reading that. And Belgium just scored again, and it looked effortless. You inherited your dad's and uncle's entire layout. That is incredible. Good for you. We've got to find a way to stay connected, Retro, because I'd love to see the progress on that. Bridge Street Trains, hello. How are you tonight? Thanks for joining. I don't think I've seen you in here before, so I appreciate you stopping by. Radioactive material claim is 100% true. I thought I remember reading that. Thank you for keeping me honest, Retro. I am, Mike. I'm just switching between the laptop camera and the webcam. Hey, Roscoe. How are you tonight? It's good to have you here. Thanks for joining. Loving the CNO. I was really racking my brain on what I wanted to run tonight, and I decided that the CNO would be a good pick. No kidding. It's all post war 48 to 53. No, I don't do it every Monday, Retro. I do it about once a month. I'm not going to say specifically it's the first Monday of the month, but I only started doing this in April, and it seems to fall on the first Monday of the month when I uh, get around to scheduling it again. Bridge Street, what part of the country are you from? Or next to the chat? Okay, let me see if I can do it, Mike. Oh, absolutely, Retro. You're always welcome. I appreciate you stopping by, and be always. It's always glad to have you jump on anytime we're live. Roscoe, the American model CNOs are sold out. I'm not. I'm not sure, but there's an S scale modeler down in southwestern Florida, Jim Hopkins, and he might have gotten the last set. These I got used on eBay, and they're clean. I mean, there's almost no marks on them whatsoever. Hey Matt, how are you tonight? Thanks for joining. How was your fourth? I hope you had a good one. Great photos of Big Boy, by the way. Looks like you had a great time up in Steamtown. Bridge Street is in Massachusetts, and he does both O and S. Great. Do you do post-war S or newer S or both? I tend to do both. Hey Jeremy, happy Monday. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, Mike, I figured it out. Up in the top right hand corner because it showed there were three views. So let's see if I can put one back over here. Here we go. Awesome. I learned something new tonight. Thanks, Mike. I thought you might enjoy that, Jeremy, if you were able to stop in tonight. I've got a TMCC Mikado on the inner loop and a Flyer Chief Berkshire on the outer loop. Oh, Bridge Street, that's awesome. You've got your grandfather's trains and some modern stuff as well. That's fantastic. I love to hear that. It's nice to see the collections being handed down. Oh yeah, Matt, you had your power go out, huh? Those storms were pretty wicked. They blew through here during the afternoon on the fourth. It was like a monsoon here around 3 o'clock. Um, and there was a lot of damage around here too, but I don't think to the same extent that you got over in your neck of the woods. Hey Tyler, how are you tonight? Thanks for stopping in. I'm glad you were looking forward to it live tonight. I appreciate that. Hope you had a great fourth. I saw some clips out on the boat, kids jumping in the water. Very nice. That's a great way to spend the fourth. Come on, Jeremy, especially if you've got a little downtime. Grab the passenger cars, put them out, and let them run. Wow, you got a Lackawanna passenger set? Are those heavyweights or those streamlined, Roscoe? I'd love to see those. LMP lost power too. Yeah, I saw that they were pretty nuts. Bridge Street picked up a new in the box Mikado. Nice. Which one did you get? I've actually got three, and I don't mean to flex by saying that, but I like them so much. I've got a CNO, I've got a Pensy, and I've got a New York Central. Anyone who's just jumped in the last, say, 10 minutes or so, um, we were talking about Fall York earlier and who's going and where everybody's staying and so forth. It looks like a lot of people are booking their rooms at the New Hampton Inn across from the Lower Susquehanna Club. Oh, those are heavyweights, Roscoe. Nice. Yeah, I definitely love to see those sometime. Bridge Street got the Pennsylvania Mikado. That's a great one. I love the fact that those TMCC Mikados were like railroad specific sounds and the crew talk and everything. 9628. The crew talk on that is just fantastic. Big Rich is in the house. Hey, Rich, how are you tonight? No man left behind. You betcha. We got your six, Rich. Thanks, Radar. I appreciate that. Everybody, don't forget to hit that like button. Jeremy's planning on being at York for the day on Friday. That's awesome. Looking forward to seeing you again, buddy. It's been too long since last fall. Roscoe's going to shoot for Friday as well. Yeah, this fall with the shortened format, just Friday and Saturday, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, Matt, you're absolutely right. Looked at the prices and they weren't bad at all, but I hear it's booking up fast. So if you've got a mind to want to stay down across the street from the club, you better get that reservation in. Big Rich is working doubles. Oh boy, Rich, I may have asked this before, but is that are your doubles just two eights, 16 hours, or is it more than that? LMP says some rooms are already sold out on York weekend. I'm not surprised. I've got Thursday night booked. Timonium is Halloween weekend. I've never been to Timonium. It's kind of a haul for me. I got a 5 hour drive just to York. So from up here, Timonium's got to be what, another hour south of York, south and east? I do have a couple of scale train items, Bridge Street. Um, I've got just a couple. I've got their extended vision caboose and the new RFMP box car that was a custom for, I think it was the Esprit that was in Washington, PA this spring. And what I've gotten from them, I really like. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's got good quality to it. Yeah, Jeremy, that's what I'm kind of shooting for as well. Drive down on Thursday, uh, watch the premiere of the TCA documentary that Caleb and Garrett put together Thursday afternoon in the veranda room, grab some dinner, go down to the club Thursday night, and then stumble back over to the hotel across the street. Oh man, Rich, really? That many hours? Oh boy, that's a lot. God bless you. Not a lot of ONS at Timonium, huh? Interesting. Mostly HONN. Nice. Oh, nice, Tyler. I didn't realize you were that close to Timonium. Roscoe's got a little further drive. Yeah, I'd be hard pressed to make that drive all the way down to Timonium. No, you're right, Rich. There's a lot of guys that don't like doing the graveyard shift, and I'm one of them. After being in the Air Force and then working some trick work after I get out of the Air Force, but with shift differential and fewer people around, that's not a bad gig. Man, I haven't seen them publish a schedule yet, but if they follow what they normally do, they might have Wednesday, even though York is short this year, only Friday and Saturday. Definitely Thursday and definitely Friday and Saturday. Tyler, when's the Allentown show? Is it same weekend as Timonium? Uncle Ben's Rice with a home run. Nice. We're actually showing some energy tonight on the field. I've never been to the Allentown show. That would probably be, let me see. I got 3 hours to Scranton. Down to Allentown's, I think another hour. So I got a 4 hour run down to Allentown. Roscoe, how do they do with S gauge? Do they have a decent amount? Oh, Allentown's November. Okay. We keep the trains rolling for you, Rich. Absolutely. Weekend of the 15th. Okay. Gotcha. Thanks, Tyler. Right, Ray. It only took 11 games. Sarcasm, sarcasm, sarcasm. Man, I would love to do Amherst, but Up here along the Great Lakes in January, running across to Massachusetts, it's hit or miss. It can be fine and it can be dicey as hell. Yeah, for sure, Rich. Those bridges that LMP is doing, they're just incredible. That young man has got so much talent. Well, Jeremy, if your truck's 4-wheel drive, come up my way and I'll ride along. And we'll go to Amherst. Roscoe always has good luck, and North Penn S will be there. Okay, that's good. Showing the love. You guys are a great group. I love how we always support each other. Really, Rich? Was it that bad? Yeah, Bridge Street. Didn't they shut down the show early in Amherst this past January because of that storm that was rolling up the coast? Okay, Jeremy, you're on. We can do it at least one time. I'm in. I am in. Matt said Amherst was great this year, just cold. Yeah, really cold. And if you got home before the snow, all the better. Matt, how far of a run is it up to Amherst for you? Train Fest in Milwaukee. Interesting. It's been a long time since I've been in Milwaukee. I have to keep that on my scorecard as something to do sometime. Thanks, Retro. Okay, I'm going to go move one of my cameras. I'll be right back. Most of the vendors left early. Oh, you were busy plowing. Gotcha. Yeah, that storm was brutal. Not as bad as the one that came. I think it was in March where they got like 40 to 50 inches out on Long Island and southern New England. That was crazy. Roscoe's got a 5 hour run up to Amherst. Matt's only 2 hours. Man, Matt, if I only had 2 hours, I would definitely make that drive. Unless, of course, it was a snowstorm. Train Fest, November 7th and 8th, Beard County, Beard Center. Nice. Retro, are you on YouTube? And is that your YouTube handle? I'll definitely make sure to look you up and subscribe. In fact, I'll do it right now. I know, I know, Jeremy. It's a haul. It's at least 5 hours for me. So yeah, for sure. Oh, okay. So I might not be able to find your retro. Okay, I got you though. Actually, there's a couple on here. I've got retro hobbyist and the retro hobbyist. So these are the two that are showing up. And Bridge Street, are you on YouTube? Is that your YouTube, Bridge Street Trains? Because I'll be sure to subscribe to your channel too. You're the top one. Okay, gotcha. Subscribed. Yeah, Mike. Looks like they had good weather for at least a good part of the weekend to be out on the boat. Rich is going to build a layout at work. Let's see if I can find Bridge Street now. All right, Bridge Street is on YouTube and Instagram. All right, I didn't find you yet, but I will. And I will definitely subscribe and follow. Your profile picture, you're rappelling down the side of a cliff at the Cascade Tunnel Avalanche. God bless you. I'm not one that would ever rappel. Tyler, I imagine that with the heat and everything, it was great to be out on the water. Rich, you got more support for a work train layout. I got a Bridge Street Hobbies. Is that your Instagram? Evening, Darren. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming by on a Monday evening. Did you have a good Fourth? I hope you did. You got your upper loop back in action, Bridge Street. That's cool. I'm gonna have to look a little further to find your accounts because they're not coming up for me. I'm on Instagram as well. It's all under Mike's American Flyer, same as YouTube. So if you sub and follow me, maybe I'll be able to find you that way. Oh, Darren, it's great to hear you had a great Fourth. A lot of hot weather, a lot of storms for everybody, especially here in the East. Hey, Darren, are you going to York this fall? I don't remember if you've said before if you are or not. I love it, Rich. It's the calming mechanism. Roscoe found Bridge Street. Darren's hoping to be there this fall. Awesome. Jeremy's putting himself at risk trying to get a picture of Big Boy on its way through on Saturday. Okay, did everybody see that photo of that guy in the bright pink T-shirt or polo that was standing on the tracks shooting pictures of Big Boy? I think it was on its way to Philadelphia. That's crazy. I don't know why anybody would do that. Rick's Trains, good evening. Thanks for joining. It's good to have you here. I appreciate it. Your name sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if you've been in my live before. So if this is your first time, thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. Hi Sam, how are you tonight? Hopefully all is well with you. And thanks for joining. Always good to have you here. Darren, seriously? Someone laying on the tracks? I did not see that. Rich. Rich, I love it. Was that Newt laying on the tracks? The best guy in O Scale, Sam. Rick's first time here. Well, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to stop by. Yeah, that was definitely crazy, Matt. That guy standing right in front of the 4014 as she's rolling right at him. Oh, right. Are you a Reading station? Oh my God. I can't even imagine how hot it was. No worries, Sam. I still knew it was you. Either account works good. It's good in my book. Angler says if you type the person's identifier shown in the chat in place of the watch, you'll go directly to the channel. Okay. Okay. Awesome. I am going to try that. Jeremy Rich wants to know what trains you bought. Wow, you've been out of power for 3 days, Rick? That's crazy. At least the temperatures have come down to at least somewhat comfortable levels, I would say. Roscoe was in Hamburg. I think the whole Northeast was just melting. It was crazy. Darren traded a couple Atlas boxcars for Miller and Pale Ale reefers. Nice. That's a good trade. Yeah, it's not Mike. It's 2-1 Belgium. And they're basically at the halfway mark. But on the other side of sports, at least the Yankees are showing they have some life tonight. Yeah, Matt, that the heat was just incredible, especially with the humidity on top of it. And where was Big Boy when they actually called a mass casualty event for all the number of people that were passing out from the heat? Well, thankfully you got a generator, Rich or Rick. I'm sorry. Um, so yeah, you can not lose anything in the fridge and stay in touch with the world. Do you have internet, or are you over the air at this point? Oh, Sam. Well, Mike, that could have been part of it, passing out from all the excitement. All right, that's good, Rick. That's almost a necessity, like a refrigerator. Oh, really, Roscoe? Somebody in Hamburg had a heart attack? Oh, that's horrible. Hopefully, they're recovering from that. Rick, we had a windstorm come through here in 2017 in March, and it was like hurricane force straight line winds, and we were without power. And I had a portable generator at the time, so I was alternating between refrigerator and whatnot. And after the power came back and things got back to normal, uh, we installed a whole house generator, and I've never looked back. This is the best investment. Yeah, Roscoe, they were dropping like flies. I think it's why they called that mass casualty event, even though that sounds extreme just for um, treating heat exhaustion. But I understand. Jeremy owes Joker $10. Are there any other train shows coming up anywhere, like late in the summer? Seems like most train shows hold off till fall when it becomes train season again. Yeah, Rick, definitely at least take a look into a whole house generator. Um, it is really worth the investment. It's peace of mind too, knowing that no matter how long the power goes out, you're going to have power. Well, any new buildings? Kind of, sorta. So on the middle camera, Jeremy, that's kind of a passenger shed. Um, I got that from Blake. He had made that, and it came out too small. I'll walk around and turn it around so everybody can see it. Um, so when he shipped back the Erie box cars he custom made for me, he threw that in as well. And then I was working on the town square today. Um, I picked up Woodland Scenics American flags with the spotlight, and it started to come together. And then when I tried to drill the hole for the spotlight, I messed it up pretty badly. Um, but that's kind of what I got going. I'll walk around and show that to you. Oh, Kutztown is July 18th. Okay, good to know. Darren no shows till the end of August. I've heard Kutztown is nice being outdoors. So that's that little passenger shed. It's not fancy. Again, Blake, I guess his measurements were too small when he 3D printed it. Um, so it came closer to S gauge than it did to O. So it's a nice addition. I have it over there by the building flats I got from Nick. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool too. I mean, all painted yellow like that. He put a roof on it that made it look like it was weathered and buckling and stuff like that. And then let me see if I can move the webcam to show the town square. You can see on the one side of the flag where the turf is all dug up, it actually started wrapping around the drill bit when I was trying to drill the hole for the spotlight. So I'll have to completely redo that, but that's kind of what I'm going for. No shows till November for Bridge Street. Yep, that makes sense. Kind of a northeast New England thing. Matt thinks Edison is in August. Isn't Captain Andy over by Edison? I think he had said that at some point. Well, thanks, Rick. I appreciate that. It's 6 by 10. Um, it's Lionel American Flyer Fast Track. Inside the loop is R20 curves, and the outside loop is R27 curves. And I've got crossovers on each side of the layout to get from the inner and the outer loops to each other. Thanks, Jeremy. Yeah, I was rushing it today because I really hadn't done anything with it. So I had taken a piece of really thin cardboard, and I had some just Woodland Scenics brown dirt, like the sheets, if you will, and I used spray adhesive, and I got that on there, and then I used the static grass to put the grass on top, so that way I'd have the dirt underneath, the grass on the top. But I rushed it. I didn't let everything set up very well, so I was able to drill the hole for the flagpole without issue. But the bigger drill bit, everything started to wrap around it, and they just said, "Okay, I'm done. I'll have to redo this." Angler says about every weekend shows start in September in Ohio. That's really cool. Rick mentioned Berea. Um, is that one of the shows you're thinking about, Angler? When's that show coming up? Okay, my downtown buildings. It's a few different vendors. Let me see how I can best do this. Let me grab my camera from the other side and I'll try and walk you through. Well, hey, Zach, good evening. How are you? Thanks for jumping on, buddy. It's good to see you. Well, maybe I can do it from here. You can all still hear me. I'll just use the webcam. Okay, so the church, I have no idea. It's actually HO scale. I grabbed it at the Hamburg show last fall. The three buildings in that block, those were from. It's a guy that does 3D printing, and he's on eBay. I can't remember his name right now. The one next to it, that's from Monster Model Works. I want to put an interior in there because right now it's just plain inside, as you can see. The one next to it, Tom's Tiles, as well as this freight house here, and then the blue building and the cream colored building. Those are all from NH Model Works on eBay, New Hampshire Model Works. The guy does fantastic laser cut products. So if you're looking for buildings like this, definitely check him out. NH Model Works on eBay. And then down at the far end, those two small buildings, those are both from Monster Model Works as well. Their products are phenomenal, really great quality, and all of these came with great instructions. So they weren't hard to put together at all, and it was really a lot of fun. Oh, let's see what I missed here. Zach, you're coming up to Edison? Awesome. Berea's October 3rd and 4th. You're right, I do. The traffic cop, he's been knocked over. I knocked him over today when I was working on the town square. Once that started to go sideways, I just got frustrated and had to walk away. So that'll be a redo project, at least most of it anyway. Yeah, he's supposed to be standing up directing traffic if you didn't go very well. Oh, Belgium scored again. It's 3-1 now. I guess getting that red card nullified hasn't helped us at all. See what the Yankees are up to. Ray, are you still on? Are they in a rain delay? Because I've been flipping back and forth, and I've been seeing a lot of interviews. Oh, take that back. It's the final already. How did they finish their game so fast? They're in Tampa Bay. It wouldn't matter if it was a rain delay because they're indoors and they're in Tampa. Damn, that was one of the fastest ball games I've ever seen. Hey, Zach, congratulations on 10,000 subs. That's incredible and fantastic. Well deserved, too. I'm so happy to see that for you. I'm hoping to just get to 1,000. I know, Darren, 3-1. It is kind of sad, especially with all the controversy around the red card and all of that. And then Mexico losing last night at home. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how this winds down. Zach, I'm pretty sure you said you're going to be at York this fall. Or did you book at the Hampton across from the Susquehanna Club? Okay, Angler, where is Canfield in relation to, say, Cleveland or Columbus or Cincinnati? I'm not familiar with where that lies. All right, Zach, that's awesome. Looking forward to seeing you there for sure. I don't think I'm going to be able to make Edison though. Roscoe, I feel you. 432, hoping for 500. I'm closing it on 900. It's just a slow process. Little by little, it all comes together. Let's see if I can get some different camera angles for you guys. Hang on, I'll be right back. Let's try you over here. Try a couple different perspectives, see how that is. There. Darren's happy with his 33 subs. Sam's got 86. Yeah, the live streams are a lot of fun, Rick, and I wasn't sure if I would ever do it, but I got to hanging out with Mad Mike and Sedano Trains on their lives, and it's like this is a lot of fun. You get to spend some more time with everybody, even though it's online, and see what everybody's up to. So yeah, it's a whole lot of fun. I enjoy doing them now. Roscoe subbed to Darren, so he's got 34 now. Nice. Youngstown, okay, at the Canfield Fairgrounds. Awesome. Rick, I'll have to take a look. Angler's got 16, and Radar just subbed to Roscoe. Very nice. Good stuff, guys. I don't know if it's possible. I'd like to try to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. So I'd need, I don't know, 110 ish, 112 ish more. Um, it's quite a bit, but that would be fun. That would be a nice milestone to reach for me. Everybody's sharing the love in here tonight. I think this is fantastic. Okay, so we got a 5-1 win for the Yankees and 3-1 Belgium in the World Cup. Doesn't look good for USA tonight. Yeah, I hope so, Roscoe. If we do, we do, and if we don't, we don't. Not something that I would hang my hat on, if you know what I mean. I'm going to see if I can change that camera angle again over there. It's too much of the floor on the side of the layout. Let me know if that middle camera's okay, guys. Rich needs 135 more. Then you want to do an engine giveaway. Nice. I'd consider doing a giveaway too, but the thing is, there's so few of us in S gauge. I'd have to probably buy something to give away because it'd probably be somebody in O gauge, or maybe I'll just do a gift card. Then, then for the drawing or whatever, whoever wins, they can get what they want. Yeah, absolutely, Roscoe. Once you get your layout up and running, definitely do a live. Honestly, Angler, I'm not sure how the World Cup and all the matches work either. I don't know if USA would advance still after this loss or not. Um, I'm sure there's somebody in here who knows better than either of us. This is actually the first World Cup match that I've I've tuned into. Some more love. Darren sub to Radar. Very nice. All right, here's a question for those of you that are familiar with these live streams. When you're in and hosting it, can can you see how many people are actually joined in? Is that somewhere on the screen? Oh, there it is. It's at the top. I had scrolled down a little bit on my screen. So we've got 14 in here now. Very nice. Big Rich might start Gauge. Maybe that can be your work layout, Rich. A little easier to transport. Roscoe's going to base his layout on the old Gilbert Studio layout. That is very cool. But you're going to use Fast Track. Nice. JD Projects. I don't think I've seen you comment yet. Good evening. Thanks for joining. It's good to have you here. So these are knockout games. Well, it looks like, unless some miracle happens, it looks like this is going to be the end of the road for USA. Roscoe, was the Gilbert studio layout in the Hall of Science? Darren's asking. Radar, you got hammered in Philly. The weather, the storms, and everything. Rick, yeah, that happens. It's sad to see that, but it probably happens more often than not when someone passes with a train collection. It goes to auction or someplace like Trains or Brady's or something like that. So for what it's worth, I'm being a little daring with what I'm running tonight. Up to this point, I've never been entirely comfortable running engines for the whole length of a live stream, except for something conventional or something that was a flyer chief. So tonight, the TMCC Mikado I got in here, that's my first step, if you will, into getting comfortable running something with a lot more electronics in it. Who knows? Maybe next month I'll run something legacy. We'll have to see. Oh, we just took a big jump. We're up to 23 people watching now. That's cool. Hi to anybody and everybody that joined recently. I appreciate you stopping by. All right, fellas, if you'll excuse me, I need to use the restroom. I will be right back. All right. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Rick, yeah, I don't mind. I'm located in Rochester, New York. The Gilbert studio layouts were taken from studio to studio. There were four of them, two 6x8s and two 8x8s. Well, that's very cool. I don't think I knew the history of all the layouts, Roscoe. Thanks for sharing that. I will definitely look them up because I'd like to learn more about it. Or Gilbert Goes to Hollywood. Was that like a short film? Yeah, I do have a bunch of conventional rich. I've got some Pacifics. I've got post-war Pacifics, post-war Hudsons. I've got a few engines from American models, and they're all conventional. What else do I have that are conventional? Let's see. The Hudsons are New York Central. The Pacifics are one is New Haven, two are Pennsylvania, one is the Silver Bullet. Um, those are the ones that come to mind right off the top of my head. That is, and then the American models, they're all conventional, even though they may come with sound and whatnot. But yeah, honestly, radar, there's not much as far as people. That is, the complexes are still here, but they've they've been filled by other businesses for the most part. So, what Kodak was for Rochester back in the late '70s and early '80s, with like 65 to 70,000 employees in the area, um, it's I think it's under 500, to be honest with you, locally anymore. It's just a shell of its former self. Well, that's a website. Okay, Roscoe, cool. It was featured in Leave It to Beaver. I'm going to have to find that episode. Bridge Street, that's from American Models. Um, it's a nice runner. No sound or anything, but really good puller, dual motor, really smooth, nice and quiet. It's a real nice engine. Hey, Philip, another flyer guy. Thank you for joining. It's good to have you here. I appreciate it. First time in. Yeah, Roscoe, I like their diesels really well too. I don't have any of their steamers, although I'd like to add an Empire State Express set to my collection. Um, but I've got two GG1s, an E8, an RS11, and the Trainmaster. Absolutely, Matt. Sometimes take all the electronics and everything out of it and just put them on the track, open the throttle on the transformer, and let them run. It really is. Mark Weck, good evening, sir. It's nice to have you in here. I haven't Haven't seen you join a live before with me. Um, I don't think I have a copy of Gilbert's Heritage. Is that something that's available secondhand, like Amazon or places like that? Wait a minute, Roscoe. You've got 28 train masters? Are you kidding me? I won't call you nuts. You did that. You said that yourself. You see, Rich, he loves to highball the conventional stuff too. Yeah, it's just it's relaxing. It takes you back. You don't have to worry about any of the electronics or anything like that. You know, the American Flyers, they've got the choo choo chuffing and the the smoke, and some of them come with the air chime, but I don't have an air chime activator, so I think I have a couple of engines where I've disconnected the wire from the air chime because it just buzzes otherwise. So, Philip, what part of the country are you joining us from? And Mark, same question to you. What part of the country are you joining from? Yeah, Philip, I'm running a TMCC Mikado tonight, Chesapeake, on Ohio. It's right there on the middle screen right now. Um, I do have Legacy, but I don't have anything running tonight. The C&O Berkshire on the outside loop coming by there on the middle camera is a Flyer Chief. Oh, Mark, that's awesome. Very nice. Nice addition to your collection for sure. Angler, yes, it is somewhat a foregone conclusion that when we're involved with model trains, we're just a little bit nuts. That's absolutely for sure. Nickel Plate Dave, thank you for hanging out, buddy. It was great to have you here. Have a great night. We'll see you on another live. Phillips in New Jersey, O Scale Legacy. Nice. Very nice. Always love Flyer though. I appreciate the love of Flyer, especially from folks who typically model just O scale. JD Projects, you're on the east coast of Australia. Fantastic. Thank you for joining us. Do you have a layout? What do you model? Oh, Mark, you're over in Washington. Okay, very nice. Yeah, not really a big American Flyer world out there. There's your layout. Now there's another modeler that I follow out there. Hang on. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but let me find them. Willamette Valley American Flyer. I'm sure you're probably familiar with them. Darren found the Flyer studio layout. The one on Leave It to Beaver with the most detail. That's awesome. I'm going to have to find that too. JD models HO&N. So let me ask you, is it difficult, and it not the way the world economy is anymore, and products and stuff, but is it difficult getting HO&N scale or any other model railroading products where you are, JD, or and well, like what brands do you model? Phillips offering a G'day mate. I'm bad with time changes, but I'm guessing it's probably Tuesday around maybe noontime where you are, JD. Am I accurate? Anything close to that? Rick's in Monroe, Michigan. DCS and mostly diesel. Very nice. Roscoe, how many MU cars do you have? I'm almost afraid to ask that question. You're going to have to put yourself a layout together if you've got this big collection. Mark suggests to check out Paul's Train Asylum on YouTube. Great videos, American Flyer and HO layout side by side. He's on Victoria Island. Very nice. I will definitely check that out. Thanks, Mark. Roscoe's got 12 MUs. Oh man, I was pretty close. Thanks, JD. I appreciate that. Mainly pricing, okay. Local manufacturers. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to look for you on YouTube. Do you have videos posted? Because I definitely like to find your account and subscribe. Roscoe, I think I remember you saying that before, that you've got most of your stuff in storage right now. Do you have a do you keep a list or an inventory of everything in your collection so you know what you've got and where it is? Mark Junction is another channel. I'm going to definitely check that out too, Mark. Thank you. JD's got his YouTube channel coming soon. When you do launch it, make sure to find a way to let us know, because you definitely will get a bunch of subscribers. Oh, good, Roscoe. I'm glad you have an inventory of everything. And for anybody who cares, Belgium just scored again. 4-1 Belgium over US at the 93-minute mark. Amen, Bridge Street. I can't agree anymore. 100% and plus. 2 years ago, two Amherst shows ago, so it was 2024. One of my O scale buddies, Kisco Falls, he was up at the Amherst show and he was talking with one of the guys from Lionel. I think it was Ryan Kunkel, and he asked him specifically on my behalf if they were going to roll out any more flyer, and he literally said that they they don't feel that there's a market for it anymore, and they're not going to do any major investments in flyer going forward. So we pretty much get the scraps in a couple of box cars a year, one for Christmas and like for this year an America 250 box car, and that's about it. Yeah, absolutely, Darren. This was a real humiliation for the USA, especially with all the controversy going into it. It should have been a closer match. Yeah, absolutely, Philip. It is a bummer for us doing S gauge. Angler's wife looked up the book that Mark was talking about. Can't post it here, but paperback is 68 and change. Delivery January of next year. Wow. Available used. Yeah, Philip, I don't think American Model sells anything with TMCC. As far as I know, everything they do is conventional, and sound is optional. Um, Other S gauge modelers on here with us tonight, keep me honest with that, but I think that's the case. Mark's updating his inventory. Oh, photos, production year, notes, very nice. Yeah, Mark, absolutely. I mean, for whatever happens when it's time, that will make it a lot easier for whoever has to have that information. Yeah, Rich Kisco Falls, he's great. He really is. This was the first time I met him, even though we've been talking online for a number of years. But yeah, running trains down in the lobby, kind of cool. Raider, I want to think that their S gauge engines that Lionel produced sold pretty good. Um, I know some of them are really, really hard to find, even the more recent legacy ones. But I guess that's my personal perspective on it. But I guess from Lionel's perspective, they didn't. There's there's an engine that I've been looking for 3 years now. They produced a number of legacy Berkshires. I think it was in the late 2010s, and I did find one. It's in Erie, and it's a great runner. It nice size, nice weight. It looks like a really nice Berkshire. I'm trying to find the C&O model, and I've had zero luck. That's my white whale. Yeah, exactly, Bridge Street. All that tooling is just sitting there collecting dust. I honestly, I don't know if there is enough market out there for someone else to purchase that tooling from Lionel and make a profit at it. But I hate to see it just sitting there. Mark, that would be a great video. Take a quick look through that Gilbert book. Right, Philip? There's a lot of things that would be nice for Lionel to do, but I think we know better. Yeah, we're still here, Mike. I'm not going as long as Ray, and I'm not going to fall asleep. I appreciate the comment on the hair. Thank you. Angler, thanks much for stopping in. It was always good. It's always good to have you here. Have a great night, great week, and we'll see you next time. Looks like Mike's jumping off too. Thanks for hanging out, Mike. It's good to have you here. Have a great week, okay? We'll see you soon. Yeah, Roscoe, I've got a bunch of Flyer Chief Burks too. But the Legacy one, it just puts them to shame. It's just really nice. But again, finding any of them, I think they did 5 or 6 road names. It's almost impossible. I was lucky to come across the Erie one. Night, Roscoe. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you coming in tonight. Have a great night. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time. You're right, Bridge Street. I'm kind of surprised that Lionel didn't pony up for an S scale big boy this year, especially for all 45 to 50 variations that they did in O. Um, but it's interesting. The Flyer big boys are still selling very well in the secondhand market. I've seen some on eBay for as much as $2,000 that are still new in the box. Yeah, Philip, absolutely. There is a lot of S on trains. Sometimes it's a little suspect. I know when I first started purchasing from trains, I got burned a couple of times. Not badly. I mean, they took care of me, but it made me second guess purchasing from them again. But after those first few orders, I really haven't any problems with anything I get from them. Roscoe, I think you do know where there's American Flyer engines gathering dust. I'm going to say in a storage unit, maybe. Just a guess. Just a guess. Wait, Trains has an MTH Pensi unit? I must have missed that the last time I scrolled through their offerings. Yeah, I think pretty much, Philip. Anybody who's purchased from Trains has had, we'll just say, a problem with the order, but they do seem to be pretty good in responding to get it fixed or have a solution. All right, Zach, that's an open question, but yeah, I've got some things right off the top of my head. So one is a Dreyfus Hudson, right off the top of my head. Um, there's just never been any and S. The closest we can get is an Empire State Express Hudson. Um, in addition to that, I'd like to see a Mohawk. As you can see, I'm going to New York City here, or New York Central, I should say. And let's see, what else would I like to see? Not that it would not be something that I'd definitely add to my collection, but it would be nice to see a Norfolk and Western J, because that's never been made in S either. So those are three off the top of my head, and yeah, they're steamers. Oh, it's a hobby shop you're talking about, Roscoe. Trains and Lanes in Easton, huh? Are they online at all, or is it just a small hobby shop? Yeah, I don't know, Bridge Street. I'm not familiar if MTH did any S scale engines. I'm only familiar with rolling stock and such. Oh, Roscoe says they made F3s. Henry the Rail fan, good evening. Hello to you too. Thanks for joining. I don't think I've seen you here before. I appreciate you stopping by and saying hello. Yeah, I kind of am a New York Central guy. I started out mainly New York Central and Pennsy, like most of us in the Northeast do. Um, but I've expanded. As you can see, I've got CNO running tonight. I've got New Haven. I've got Nickel Plate. Roscoe, they did make a JNS. Interesting. I'm going to have to look that up and see if I can find it. LMP promoting trains and lanes. That's cool. Radar, thank you, sir. I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Have a great night and a great rest of your week. We'll see you next time. Thank you, Henry. I appreciate that. I'm glad you found the channel and you were able to jump on and join us tonight. Layout's always a work in progress. You don't have a layout yet. Do you have any trains in your? Do you have a train collection at this point? Salty, you might be right on that, one way or the other. If MTH had their own tooling and S Helper bought it, or vice versa, I don't remember fully. I know one of the guys on here will be able to tell us for sure. Philip models SP even though you're a New Jersey resident. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody likes the road names. Roscoe says MTH did purchase the helper service tooling. Henry, what part of the country are you from? I've been asking all the folks that I haven't seen in here before. Henry's got some HO and N and O. And his time of the year is Christmas when he sets up the O gauge around the Christmas tree. Very nice. Very, very nice. LMP misses New Jersey and he's trying to move back. So Roscoe, you're running S Helper and MTH track. Are those compatible, or do you have like? I know you don't have a layout set up, but are those compatible, or do you run that? Would you run those separately? Henry's down in the south part of North Carolina. Well, thanks for joining. I appreciate having you here tonight. Do you get to the Lionel store in Concord at all? I was there for the first time last fall. It's overwhelming, and unfortunately, there's no American Flyer on display at all. Those tracks are the same. Okay, good to know, Roscoe. Mark and his son put together their collection in the 80s and early 90s, including a lot of I'm going to say this wrong. Monon? I never get it right. Um, you grew up right next to their line. That's very cool. It's always nice to be able to model something that's right there that you can see how they operate, their equipment, and so forth. Oh, your local hobby town went out of business, so you do the conventions. If you get a chance, Henry, stop by the Lionel store in Concord Mills Mall. It's uh, it's very cool. It's overwhelming, but it's very cool. Lyndon, thanks for joining. I appreciate having you here tonight. I don't think I've seen you in my stream before. You're in North Georgia running HL. Awesome. 5x9 layout, a DC and a DCC loop. Awesome. Hey, thanks for the compliment on the lighting. I appreciate it. Lots of fluorescence. Get as much light on the layout as possible. Monon. Okay. Got it. Long first O, Mark says. Oh, and you worked in the shop, says LNN took it over. That's cool. Nice experience. Monon, Mr. Muffin's favorites. I've heard that. Not too many trains around Henry. A couple of short lines, though. Yeah, Philip, it is. That's Lionel American Flyer 2 rail fast track with some guidance from Caleb Easter. He walked me through how he ballasted his fast track. So I did Woodland Scenics ballast all around it, and then I used Woodland Scenics rust colored paint pen to make the sides of the rails rusty. Oh yeah, that is kind of interesting, Mark. I don't know a whole lot about that actual railroad, so that's very interesting to know. Phillips got all fast track. You did ballast and rusting. That's cool. I bet that looks very sharp. And you've got 15 command switches. Do you have any problems with those? Because I started to use command switches when I was building, actually on my previous layout before I built this one, and I had a lot of problems with them. So all of the switches on this layout are all manual. That's one of the reasons that I have a freestanding layout. I can walk all the way around with a remote in hand and manually flip switches as I want to. Yeah, that's probably a good choice, Roscoe. Well, that's the end of the TV tonight. Nothing else worth watching. I didn't realize that there was a way to tune them. That's interesting. And then that's really cool that you can work on everything yourself. Interesting. Native American meaning swift running, the Little Hoosier Line. Yeah, I guess if it's in Indiana, that would make sense, the Hoosier Line. Well, fellas, I think I'm going to wind down here and wrap up for the evening. It's been a lot of fun having all of you hang out this evening, and a lot of new folks as well. I'm gonna have to go back through the stream and make sure I try and find everybody on YouTube and check out their channel and subscribe. So I appreciate all of you again coming in and hanging out this evening. I hope you have a great rest of your night, a great rest of your week, and I hope to see you again next time. Take care, everybody. Good night.